There are places you won't find on tourist maps, but once you're there, it feels like they've lived in your dreams all along. There are nameless mountains that don't show up on GPS. But to the locals, they're the soul of the land, and there are lives quietly unfolding in the highlands. Stories no one tells. Until now, I started this journey looking for silence, but each step took me deeper than I could ever imagine. In Sigunan, I saw the Alps of the East wrapped in mist, like a forgotten fairy tale kingdom. In Fanjingshan, I climbed hundreds of stone steps, just to find a floating temple suspended in the clouds over 7,500 feet above sea level. And in places like Yasano Libo and Basongquo, I didn't just see nature, I heard it breathe. This is not the China you've seen in travel ads. This is a different world, raw, sacred, and so real, it leaves you speechless. Walk with me through the valleys and cliffs, and you'll see, mountain life was never just one. Wudang Mountains, Hubei scenery. The Wudang Mountains are the cradle of the Taoist martial arts tradition, well known for the image of Sunun Wukong in Chinese folk legends. This region was listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in the year 1994. This honor comes from the stunning fusion of grand natural scenery and ancient sacred structures. The tallest summit of the Wudang Range, Tianzhu Peak, rises to an altitude of 10,007 feet. It is not just the highest spot, but also stands as one of the iconic emblems of this area. Inside Wudang, the Taoist Great Wall includes more than 30 shrines and one-of-a-kind constructions shaping an outstanding compound. Mount Huashan, Shanxi. Mount Huashan is one of the 5 sacred mountains in China, with its highest peak rising to about 7,670 feet. This mountain is famous for having one of the most perilous hiking trails in the world, featuring narrow paths just a few inches wide and wooden steps affixed to steep rock faces. Mount Huashan has a history of over 2,000 years and was once a hub for Taoist monasteries, attracting numerous scholars and followers. Few people are aware that it was once called Western Mountain, reflecting its position among the 5 sacred mountains in China. Each year, around 100,000 tourists visit Mount Huashan generating substantial revenue for tourism in the area. The combination of awe-inspiring scenery and rich cultural history has made Mount Huashan an appealing destination for both domestic and international travelers. Erhai Lake, Dali, Yunnan High Lake is one of the largest freshwater lakes in China, covering an area of about 48.5 square miles. This lake has a maximum depth of around 22 feet, creating a rich environment for many native freshwater species. One of the astonishing facts about High Lake is that it contains about 400 million cubic meters of water, providing a vital water source for millions of people in the area. This lake originates from an ancient water reservoir formed more than 1 million years ago as a result of tectonic activity. Additionally, Erhai Lake is home to nearly 100 species of fish, including many rare and endangered varieties. This biodiversity not only enriches the ecosystem, but also plays an important role in the conservation of native species. Erhai Lake is truly a valuable asset, not only for humans, For 4. Tiantai Mountain, Zhejiang Nature. Tiantai Mountain is the birthplace of the Tiantai school, one of the prominent Buddhist sects in China. It stands at an elevation of around 4,300 feet, making it one of the highest points in Zhejiang province. Covering an area of approximately 493 acres, Tiantai Mountain is made up of many mountains, valleys, and untouched forests. These landscapes create a grand and peaceful natural setting, attracting adventurers as well as those seeking tranquility. The average summer temperature in this area is just about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, while in winter it can dip below 30 degrees Fahrenheit. This results in a fairly ideal climate for visitors to explore and learn about the local Buddhist culture. Interestingly, Tiantai Mountain features 8 major rivers and numerous waterfalls. These elements not only enhance the beauty of the scenery, but also provide a beautiful natural environment that is little known to the fifth. Kanas Lake Geological Park. Xinjiang Public Kanas Lake is an shaped body of water covering an area of about 4.88 square miles. Situated at an elevation of 5,260 feet, the lake is renowned for its distinctive emerald green water, drawing the attention of many people. This area was shaped by glacial activity and boasts a geological history extending over 300 million years, fostering a diverse ecosystem. With a water volume of approximately 1.7 million cubic meters, Kanas Lake ranks among the largest lakes in the region. A fascinating phenomenon at Kanas Lake is the glowing lake, where the water reflects sunlight, producing mysterious and striking colors. This makes the lake an enticing destination for tourists. Few people are aware that Kanas Lake was once inhabited by the ancient Khanty people. Several cultural relics from this era have been uncovered around the area, highlighting a piece of the rich history of this place. Longji Rice Terraces, Guangxi. The Longji Rice Terraces are a masterpiece of nature and humanity, with a history spanning more than 1,000 years. Built by hand by ethnic minorities, primarily the Zhejiang people. This area is not only a place of cultivation, but also reflects unique culture and art. The cultivation of rice at Longji not only improves the livelihoods of the people, but also demonstrates sustainable farming techniques through an advanced irrigation system. The area of the Longji rice terraces reaches approximately 3,600 acres, with thousands of terraces arranged in wavy shapes, creating a stunning landscape. In the summer, these terraces become a gigantic mirror when flooded with water, reflecting sunlight and creating a spectacular scene. What is even more special is that each terrace is not merely a farming tool, but also a work of art, carrying its own history and unique significance. The Longji rice terraces are truly a cultural and natural symbol that cannot be 7. Tianshan Grand Canyon. Xinjiang overlooked. The Tianshan Grand Canyon is one of the largest canyons in the world, stretching approximately 24 meters. This canyon was formed around 500,000 years ago due to the erosive actions of water and wind, creating very unique rock layers. With the deepest point, reaching 1,800 feet, Tianshan Grand Canyon showcases the magnificence of nature. This area not only possesses breathtaking beauty, but also boasts diverse ecology. Here, there are over 200 species of rare plants and animals, some of which exist solely in this canyon. Few people know that the colors of the rocks in this canyon change with the seasons. In spring, the color variations from yellow-red to green give the canyon a unique beauty. This combination not only attracts tourists, but also highlights the natural and biological value of the area. Tianshan Grand Canyon deserves to be a destination for those who love nature and the 8. The 8. Mount Wutai, Shanxi Environment. Mount Wai is one of the 4 sacred peaks of Buddhism in China, with a spiritual legacy lasting over 1,500 years. This mountain ascends to about 10,000 feet and features 5 summits each with its own name and religious meaning. The region around Mount Wai spans roughly 60,000 acres, hosting numerous historic temples, with the total surpassing more than 50 shrines. These temples serve as key spiritual locations, drawing many worshippers and sightseers. The typical summer temperature on Mount Wai can climb up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, while in winter it can fall beneath 20 degrees Fahrenheit. This range in temperature creates a rich and varied natural landscape. Few individuals are aware that Mount Wai also shelters many uncommon animal species, including certain threatened mammals. This not only enhances the area's ecological worth, but also highlights the significance of protecting its natural habitat. Ninth Wunu Mountain, Liaoning Wu Mountain. In Liaoning stands out as a well-known spot with many ancient cultural treasures, including stone carvings from the Qing dynasty. This location is not only a keeper of history, but also holds a vibrant coniferous woodland ecosystem. At an altitude of around 2,600 feet, Wu Mountain forms a varied environment for hundreds of plant and animal kinds, making it one of the biggest wildlife sanctuaries in Liaoning province. Stretching across about 25,000 acres is the average warm season. Temperature here can climb to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, while in the cold season, it sinks below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, making this place a year-round, appealing getaway. Besides its background as a hideout for fighters during wartime, Wu Mountain also serves as a stage for special folk celebrations hosted by local folks, drawing visitors who want to explore the area's customs. And 10. Yandang Mountains, Zhejiang Heritage. The Yandang Mountains are among the most well-known spots for hiking in China, with an altitude climbing up to 6,933 feet at its summit. This region was created roughly 100 million years ago during the Mesozoic Age, mostly shaped by volcanic forces and water wear. In 2010, the Yandang Mountains were officially listed by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, covering about 25,000 acres of safeguarded terrain plain. One of the standout highlights of this place is the Fairy Rock, a distinctively formed stone tower standing nearly 66 feet high, believed to hold mystical ability. These 11. Qiandao Lake, Thousand Island Lake. Zhejiang Qiandao Lake holds about 1,078 islands, many of which remain mostly untouched by development. The lake came into existence due to the building of a dam for power production, which greatly shifted the geological and water-based surroundings of the area. With an overall size of around 573,000 acres, Qiandao Lake stands as one of the largest bodies of water in China. A major portion of this area is covered by water, offering a broad space for ecosystems to flourish. The lake's deepest point reaches 100 feet, playing a vital role in supporting its rich range of wildlife. The most astonishing fact is that beneath the lake rests a sunken city, marking a historical moment when locals had to relocate in 1959 because of the dam project. This piece of history not only highlights the lake's scenic charm, but also connects visitors with the region's past. Tianzhu Mountain, Anhui, Tianzhu. Mountain stands as one of the largest limestone ranges in China, with its peak soaring to 6,293 feet. This landscape was shaped over 200 million years ago, acting as proof of the Earth's geological shifts during its formation. Covering a total space of about 31,000 acres, Tianzhu Mountain fosters a wide-ranging ecosystem filled with numerous rare species of plants and animals. The significance of this region for nature protection was emphasized when by the year 2011 it was granted status as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Beyond its environmental worth, Tianzhu Mountain is also referred to as Heavenly Lord Mountain. It holds countless folk tales and myths, pulling travelers from all directions. With its breathtaking scenery and deep-rooted heritage, Tianzhu Mountain truly is an inviting spot for anyone passionate about nature and adventure.